And we are live. Welcome to BitcoinTAF.com, or what I like the full sentence, BitcoinTrendAndForecast.com. What is it? Well, it is a group of analysts and trainers and educators in the trading and investing in the Bitcoin cryptocurrency space. My name's Keith Hampton, and I am a very, very happy customer of this organization. It has been a real godsend for me since 2018 is when I got involved, I believe it was. And wow, has it made a difference in my life because I wanted, like a lot of people, wanted to get to understand more about the cryptocurrency space and the blockchain technology. And trying to find accurate information was a challenge. And to try and find people that had high integrity that could train me and educate me into how to safely navigate this wonderful world of the blockchain technology space. And that's what I came upon was BitcoinTAF.com. Marius and Wendy Landman are truly two unique people. Marius has a unique ability to use mathematical algorithms to be able to analyze many different things and be able to come up with very accurate forecasts as to what's going to happen. He's done this in the oil and gas industry, in the drilling and completion sides of the industry, where he's able to predict accidents, near misses, and deaths in that industry to help that industry mitigate some of those problems. He was able to utilize the same kind of skill sets to predict elections, predict stock markets, and today he's utilizing it to predict what's happening in the cryptocurrency space, specifically Bitcoin, and as well as the major altcoins as well. And that's where I got started is in this space. I wanted to know where we were at and where we were going. So I'm just going to share my screen and go to the website at bitcointaf.com. And as you go to bitcointaf.com, you can scroll through and just check out all the different bits and pieces of information about who they are and what they do. And more importantly, you can sign up for free and then delve deeper into it. There's a lot of free information that they offer. And then you want to maybe look at the different products. And as you do, what we're trying to determine here is what is right for you. And there's so much here to offer, whether you're just a newbie, just getting started, and you want to go further, you want to do either long-term investing, where you want to do maybe shorter term and more trading, more active trading. There's something here for everybody. I highly recommend that for people starting out is that you do subscribe to the either the long-term reports that Mary's puts out, or I personally like the Elliott Wave reports because I get a good overview of Bitcoin, but then I get into the specifics as to what's going to happen long term with the major altcoins. I want to know if I'm going to be investing in some of these new technologies. I want to know where we're at and where we're going on the long term so I can ladder in and ladder out on these coins to maximize my profits. And so I find the Elliott Wave report absolutely a godsend. And these reports, you get them on a weekly basis in a PDF format. Plus, we have weekly, hour-long, sometimes an hour and a half long webinars live where we can go through all this in detail with Marius and his team and be able to get questions answered so we know where we are, where we're going, and get good sound guidance. That's what you're getting with the Elliott Wave reports. But as you delve into this, you're going to find that you're going to need more training and education. And that is the secret because knowledge is power and training is power. So I highly recommend that you start off with this foundational trading course. You can either do it on a self-paced basis or you can do it live. It's purely up to you and how you like to learn. But once you've completed that, it gives you a good foundation where you can navigate the market much more safely. But from there, the key, folks, is ultimate trading, ultimate training. This is where you really want to go because once you've completed this course, it's like getting a PhD in analytics and data and training. You will be able to utilize this skill set to trade not only the cryptocurrency market, but you'll be able to trade the Forex market, the commodities market, the stock markets. I mean, it just opens up a whole new world for you. And that's the power of training and education. So that's something that I highly recommend. And then for people that are really wanting to stay on the leading edge of the cryptocurrency space, you want to be taking a look at in the future the ultimate decentralized finance course, because a lot of the trading now in cryptocurrency is going off of the centralized exchanges and going into what we call the decentralized exchanges. And this is a whole new realm that we need to understand and grow. So there's quite a journey from the foundational course to the ultimate trading course, all the way into the decentralized course. There is just so much to offer here. And it's up to you how far you want to go. You get to decide. Um, just to give you an idea, we have a tool that you can use for your trading right now, and it's called the HODL Fire indicator. Now, this indicator is really, really useful, and it really helps you navigate the market with good guidelines. You want to know where we are and where we're going, in short time frames. This is what the HODL Fire tool does. Now, it's only $31 a month, and you can sign up and get it for free for 7 days just by using the word HODLfire7 in the checkout coupon area. So you can test it out for yourself to see if this tool is of advantage to you. Of course, you need TradingView to be able to utilize it. But I digress. Let me go back now and just look at the long term. Let's take a look at a Bitcoin chart. Now, these candles on this chart are 7-day candles. And we've come a long way. We go way back here to 2022. Bitcoin has had its ups and downs, but overall, it's been trending upward. So as a long-term investor, this has been a great space for you with a high-quality product like Bitcoin. The challenge today is, where are we going? If you're listening to people out in the internet world, you're going to find some people are talking about that this coin is just going to continue to rally up. And then we've got other people saying, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to go sideways here for quite a while. And we've got other people saying, nope, we are going to get a big correction here. So the question is, which one's right? That's the $1,000,000 question, because you could sell at this point in time only to have it keep on going up. If you did sell and it went down, you look like a hero. But if you sold and it went up or sideways, that wouldn't be a good decision. So this is where Marius Landman's algorithms come into play. He's able to guide us as to exactly what's going to happen in the future. And that's not only with Bitcoin, but that is with the altcoins as well. So if you're a strategic investor, you want to know where we're going so that you can make the right decisions. And that's what the Elliott Wave reports and Bitcoin long-term reports are all about. That's why they're so invaluable. I couldn't trade without them, to be very honest with you. I wouldn't even be able to be in this space with success without having these long-term reports. And so Marius brings that guidance and comfort that you know where you are and where you're going. But I digress. Let me go back to, we mentioned this little other tool called the HODL Fire. This HODL Fire neon green indicator is a wonderful tool to utilize for short-term trading. And here's a coin that I brought up called Tau, bit sensor. And we've got 4-hour candles running here. And now the whole idea behind this is when to know to get in and when to know to get out. With this type of tool, what we're looking for is pivot tops, which is this black one up top here, and pivot bottoms. I want to know where we are at the top of a trend or at the bottom of a trend. And then I want to know, is this confirmed? Because when you get into the front of a wave, instead of this being black, it comes in blue. That means that is not confirmed as a bottom. How do I know that? Because I'm looking for a buy tag and no buy tag has come in. This is what I utilize, this buy tag, to confirm that we are at a high probability of a bottom trend. When I get that buy tag, that's when I will enter a trade. So I'll set up a trade and maybe enter right around that buy tag zone. And that's where I got skin in the game. but I always want to protect my capital because there is no indicator that's 100% accurate. So what I do is I set a stop loss just slightly below that bottom pivot. So really what I have at risk here is only, in this case, about 8%. So let's say if I had $100 on this trade, I'd be risking $8. So in other words, I'm not risking my whole $100 on this trade. Now, as this trade plan or continues on and I see that it's moving up, well, then what I do is I move that stop loss up to break even. Now I've got a risk-free trade going on. So if that suddenly were to come back down, it'd take me out and no harm, no foul, but I'm in a very good position. Now, what I'm looking for is for this coin to eventually give me a blue pivot top. And at that point, that's when I would exit the trade. We got a pivot top, so I would exit somewhere in this area. And in this case, my 8% risk turned into an 18% profit on that trade. And that's how I utilize this indicator. Of course, I have many other indicators from the training and education courses that I've taken with Nico and Corey and Wendy, so that I could actually make better decisions. And so this is a good way to get yourself into this marketplace. So with that, I would just going to go back to the products and just say there's so much here for you to choose from. You certainly can have one-on-one meeting or guidance by putting in a support ticket and asking questions. And joining our channels, we'll be more than happy to try and answer all your calls. For people with large portfolios and you want independent guidance, we also offer a trade partners where we get more specific is in guiding you when to sell and when to buy in the marketplace. There's so much to offer. There's if you just want to play the stock markets, we also have stock market reports as well. So there is just so much here to offer. But I'd say to get started, if you did one thing, if you wanted just to be a long-term investor, I would highly recommend that you would get the Elliott Wave reports and webinars. This to me is, a key foundation. From there, you can then go into what else you would like to do, depending on your style. So there's something here for everybody. And with that, hopefully I've given you enough information that you can sign up for free, check it all out, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side. Have a great day. Take care.